Evening, everybody. Groz from the GKBC, as promised, with my TBR for November. Quick little October announcement. I'm cheating a little bit with October, and it's going to hurt me in November, but not so much because I don't have a very big list this month. Because I lost so many days of reading while my dad was in the hospital, I'm extending October to through Sunday. Actually, I was only going to do it for the first 2 days, but I'm going to extend it through Sunday because Monday starts the Read What You Own challenge, and I figured I can at least read my I can take my time and finish my October books like I would have if I'd had the days that I didn't. So that's that. Now, yeah, lambaste me in the comments if you need to, because I'm cheating. Book lists and TBRs and months and everything, they're all meant to be fluid. You make your own rules, and if you follow them, you're good. So anyway, I'm here with my TBR for November. I'm going to do my books that I actually have here first, and then I'm going to talk about any ones that might be on like the Kindle or the library app. Because I want to get this out today and the daughter is not here presently, there won't be pictures around me. So if you want to know any more about the books that are on the Kindle, or actually any of these, let me know. And a couple of these already have a buddy read going with Tad at Tad Reads Books and Stuff. So if you'd like to join in on anything, even one that's not already buddy reading, cool. Send me a comment. But I'm just gonna go top to bottom here. So we're gonna start with the book that I'm least excited about this month. I'm happy I've only got one more month of this garbage. This is the Bodice Ripper for November. It is The Earl's Mistress by Liz Carlisle. And it has one of these deals. Hopefully she's not naked. They're close. But yeah, that's my Bodice Ripper. Not excited about that. Okay. Next we have the Hard Case Crime book. And it's like this one was never read. It doesn't have any stickers. It's got one bend on the cover. It's Branded Woman by Wade Miller. And it says, "She came to kill." And this Moll here has a gun in her hand. So she's gonna mess up some people's day. So that's I always look forward to the Hard Case Crime, even though some of them haven't really worked out. Then we got my Brick, which could have worked for Brick and Western, but I didn't do that. This is Lonesome Dove by Larry McMurtry. I've never read this. I've only seen bits and pieces of the miniseries. So I'm going to read this month. And this is a buddy read so far with Tad. Anybody else is welcome to join. But I'm going to read this, and then when I'm done, I'm going to convince the rest of the GKBC and the Grozfather to watch the miniseries with me. It's going to be fun for AJ, because she's not a big fan of Westerns, and this is like a 9-hour Western. So that's going to be fun. But that's Lonesome Dove. Join me and Tad, or Tad and I. Join us. Then we have the category of Dean Koontz, Sidney Sheldon, and Catherine Neville. This little bugger, with its blue end pages, or purple even, was $40. It is 205 pages. $40. You want to know why? Of course you do. That's why you're here. Because this is his first solo published novel. His first 3 or 4, I don't remember how many I've read this year, but his first couple, or few, were all on ace doubles. So he shared the book with another author. This is his first one that's just his, under his name. So it was expensive. I hope it's good. I'm not a great judge of science fiction because I'm not a big fan of science fiction. So, yeah. But there's that. Then we've got my werewolf book this month, which is, and you'll see that this has a crap on it, Hemlock Grove by Brian McGreevy. Usually the werewolf books are turning out to be the best covers of the month because this is pretty awesome. And this has a TV series as well on somewhere, Netflix or something. It says Netflix right there. But that's my werewolf book. Then science fiction. And this is also a buddy read with Tad. Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. I was going to read this last month, and he and Tad wanted to read along, but he was full in October. I said, well, I can always move it to another month. So we decided to read it this month with Lonesome Dove. Okay, that's Station 11. Then my Western this month is one of my fancier books. It's a Louis L'Amour leatherbound called The Daybreakers. Apparently he's got a collection of these for all of his books. If I like it, oh, I didn't know that. It's got a map. We love maps in books. But this is going to be an embarrassment for me. I've never read a Louis L'Amour book. So this is my first Louis L'Amour book. And if I like it, I might try to get more of these. Because these look pretty sharp and might look pretty cool on the shelf. Because it says the Louis L'Amour collection. And then his name in the title and then the Bantam book logo. And I think that would look cool with all of them right next to each other. So, yeah. Okay, I'm flying through this. My mystery suspense thriller is Alice Feeney, Rock, Paper, Scissors, which, by the way, I'll show you the cover before I start talking. I just read this last month, and I've only got the dust jacket because my mom has the book. I thought it was something she was going to want to read. I read Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney last month, or this month, or October. And I've never read Alice Feeney before, and I had these two books from the book of the month. So I like Daisy Darker quite a bit. So I have high hopes for this one. Anyway, then my graphic novel for this month, November, is The New American Splendor Anthology by Harvey Pekar from Off the Streets of Cleveland. And it looks like it's going to be really goofy and dorky, but I'm looking forward to it. It's also a little bit expensive, hard to find. And then I'm going to add another graphic novel that I got, Witches. This is by Scott Snyder, and the author, or the artist, is Jock. I was reading this when they were coming out, and I never finished the story. There's only 6 issues in here. It's real thin. And I only read the first 3, or maybe even the first 2. So I'm very interested in seeing how that story ended. Let's see. Let me move this stuff. Oh, An American Splendor is actually number 43 in the top 100 graphic novels of all time, according to that one magazine that I have. I'm also going to be starting Harrow County Omnibus 1 with Tad as part of our MARVEL-ous team-up, because we finished A Righteous Thirst for Vengeance. So there's those. I will also be continuing to read the 45 selected stories of O. Henry, 1 per day. I kind of took a break on this, but I'm going to be picking it back up starting today. Okay. That is actually all the books I have in physical form. The rest are going to be on the Kindle or library app, or I don't have them yet. So first off, my vampire book of the month is Fever Dream by George R.R. Martin. I was supposed to read that last month, but the copy that I had on the library ended up being in Spanish. So instead I read Carmilla. which was, I just flipped the 2 months. So I'll be getting a copy of that this month. Then I'm joining in on CLEOvember with Roy Reads Anything. Mine's a joke, kind of. I'm going to read Cleopatra's Return by Eve Langlaise. And it's kind of erotica. Maybe I'll finally get the bodice ripper I've been wanting. Then I'm joining in with Captain Kim Cat at the Paper Traveler. We're doing the reading list. So I'm going to read the reading list book. And then the first book assigned in that thing is The Time Traveler's Wife. So I'm going to be reading both of those this month. Excuse me. And then ghost story this month is The Girl from the Well by Rin Chupeco. I think it might have something to do with the ring. We'll see. Agatha Christie is The Sitterford Mystery. Had a different title, but that's the one I'm able to find. And then I answered an ad on Facebook where a guy said, hey, I wrote a book, and if you read it by Thanksgiving and give it a review within the 2 weeks afterwards, you can have the book for free. And I said, sure, let's do that. And he sent me a link, and I can open it on my Kindle. And it's a survival book. I don't have the title or his name. I'll have it in a later video. But, yeah, it's a book about how to survive off-grid, stuff like that. So, it's nonfiction. But still, it looked pretty interesting. So that's my TBR for November. Trust me when I say that's not very much for me, even with Lonesome Dove, which is 945 pages in my my copy. And I'm not going to add much else. I might grab a couple of books from the Read What You Own challenge pile, and then obviously I might throw in some 1975 books. But anyway, I will see. What day is today? Wednesday? I'll see you tomorrow for Poetry Thursday. I've got an interesting one that I wrote while I was working, so it's rather old. Matter of fact, I can tell you how old, because I wrote it on one of these packing slips that usually, you know, and this says 12/5. Oh, that's my boy's birthday. He my long lost boy's birthday. 12/5/13. Yeah, he would have been 18 on that day. Wow. Anyway, I'm going to read, sorry for that, I'm going to read a poem tomorrow. That's Poetry Thursday. And then I might wait for Sunday to do Comic Book Sunday. Just take a little break. I've been putting out some videos. Big news here at the GKBC. We hit 80 subscribers. Pretty proud of that. I still have a hard time believing that there's 80 people out there that care what I have to say about books and, you know, various other errata. But 80 subscribers, thank you so much to all of you. And I guess I'll see you tomorrow for Poetry Thursday, and until next time, read more.